Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helena, and as you could have guessed by the title and by my intro, today we're going to talk about the fragrances for The Bachelor! Obviously not. We're going to talk about the fragrances for Wednesday Character, the show on Netflix. Did you see the show on Netflix? I just saw it. It was nice. Not necessarily my favorite, but I liked it pretty much. I liked the fact that in the Addams family, in general, there is this contrast between the real world and this weird family with all those shenanigans, while in the show there is more of a magical environment that, in my opinion, takes off a little bit, but still I enjoyed it. It was a nice show, and I also liked the thriller path that they went through, and so yeah, I still recommend it. It's enjoyable. And today I have some fragrances that I thought would be nice for Wednesday's characters. I have a little disclaimer. I put on fragrances that I enjoy in general. There is just one fragrance that I've never smelled before, but I thought that would have been absolutely perfect for the character that I assigned it to. So without a further ado, let's get started. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like it, maybe hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about every video that I post, and maybe leave a comment, because apparently YouTube cares about likes and comments. So let's get started this time for real. So the first character that I wanted to talk about is an original character from this show in particular, who is Larissa Weems, the Gwendolyn Christie character. I absolutely love her. She's so graceful and beautiful. I don't know, I really love her. And for her character, I thought about a classic, a staple, which is Coco Noir by Chanel. I don't have it here with me. I already wear Coco Mademoiselle for work environment, but it was a little bit too of a young kind of perfume for her, still too light. She has some darkness, and I wanted her to be still classic, very elevated, but not necessarily very common, and with still a little bit of darkness there, because she has this very old 40s style with those pencil skirts, with her hair very put together. Everything is very put together in her look, in a almost retro, very classy way. So I thought that Coco Noir would be absolutely perfect for her. Let me know if you agree in the comments down below. Then another character just invented for the show, at least from what I know, is the character of Bianca, the so-called rival of Wednesday when she goes to the weirdo outcast high school. And the actress who interprets her is so stunning. She's so beautiful. So for her, who is a siren, I thought about something that was very attractive, very charming, but still classy, because she's like the queen bee of the school. She has her hedge, and also she has a dark past, as I think every single character in the show. And ooh, I was dropping it. And so for her, I thought about Versace Crystal Noir. This one. I chose it because to me it has some freshness. This spiciness it has is definitely fresh in my opinion. Almost soapy, at least to my nose. And she's a siren, so I imagine something more fresh for her, but that was still very sexy and very appealing. And this is still a dark fragrance, even if it's fresher. In fact, I generally wear it for summer, and I wear it for summer during the day because I don't find it particularly choking. So this has coconut with some sandalwood, I think, and some florals, some fresher florals. I think that there is jasmine. There is definitely a white floral presence in it, and white florals are very narcotic, very sexy. And I think that there is also peony that makes it a little bit more uplifted. And so, yeah, for Bianca, I thought about this one, Versace Crystal Noir. Then there is the Christina Ricci character. She's very interesting. She is technically a normie that went to the outcast school. What is the name? Nevermore to teach about poisonous plants. She has this very sweet, unoffensive aura about her. So even if she has obviously something dark about her. And so for her, I thought about Pure Poison by Dior that I don't own, but I plan to buy it for the next summer because I really enjoy it, and I also don't own anything from Dior right now. That is like a very unoffensive kind of jasmine fragrance, citrusy jasmine fragrance that almost smells like aromatic tissues, you know, the ones that you use when you're very stuffed up and you have a cold and they help you a little bit. Yeah, that smells like those tissues. It's very nice, it's very uplifting, but still it has something dirty in that jasmine that you can find in it. And so for her, for someone who looks very unoffensive but still has a dark past, I thought about Pure Poison by Dior. Now let's get more into the more important characters and also the more iconic that already existed in the Addams Family universe. So I would start with Uncle Fester, who doesn't have necessarily a very important role in the series, but still it's Uncle Fester. He's iconic. And for him, I have a fragrance that I've never smelled before, and I plan to go to a shop and smell, which is BAT from Zoologist or Zoologist. This fragrance, they say it smells like a dark cave, so like a dump, dirt. It actually has a note of damp soil in it, and apparently it smells like mold and darkness. And for some reason, well, not a very difficult reason to guess why, I thought that it was a perfect fragrance for Uncle Fester. BAT from Zoologist. So let's talk about my favorite character in the whole series, who is Thing. I love Thing in this series. I don't know, he eats they are so sweet and fun and expressive even without a face. And so apparently they really like to be hydrated and to pamper themselves and their nails. So I thought about a fragrance that was really really sweet but still clean and almost smells like a hand cream, which is Mont Blanc Signature. And I really like this bottle, this matte white bottle. It's very minimalistic but also a little bit futuristic. I don't know, I really like it. And the smell itself, it's like a clean vanilla, a clean creamy lactonic vanilla. And it has, I think, some clementine to uplift it, but in my opinion it smells almost like a body or a hand cream. It's actually a vanilla that I don't mind wearing during the warmer months. I wear it during summer, no problems. And yeah, so for thing, one of my favorite fragrances, which is Mont Blanc Signature. So for Gomez Addams, also known as the perfect husband, is the most perfect husband ever, and his relationship with Morticia is so life goals. I don't know, they are so kinky and beautiful and I love them. So I think that he smokes cigars, so I thought about a tobacco scent, and in my opinion I don't have the full bottle of it, I have a sample. I thought about Side Effects by Initio Parfums, and this is a very sweet, animalic, almost leathery. I'm not sure that there is a leather note in it, but maybe it's the animalic tobacco that you can smell in it that makes it a little bit leathery, but it's super sexy in my opinion. There is vanilla, there is obviously tobacco in it that is super fitting for Gomez's character, and it's a very sexy fragrance. And so in my opinion it's absolutely perfect for Gomez because his relationship with Morticia is super sensual and kinky, and he's turned on by French. And so, I don't know, I thought about a super sexy fragrance for him. And the fact that it's also a fragrance that a woman can wear without people necessarily thinking that she's wearing a male fragrance. Well, a more traditionally male fragrance would fit also with the fact that they are a little bit of a unique with the family, and we all love them for it. So yeah, Side Effect by Initio. And now, one of the most iconic female characters ever, who is obviously Morticia Addams. And for her, who is, I think, who I want to become when I grow up, I thought about a very dark, iconic, strong, sexy fragrance that almost smell, in my opinion, like a graveyard, but a sexy graveyard, if you know what I mean. And it is Tom Ford, I wanted to open it, Tom Ford Black Orchid. I have this little sample. I didn't feel the urge to buy the full bottle because this fragrance is so freaking strong that you just need half a spray and you're good to go. And these are some, I think also some Mexican chocolate that is also perfect, because I think that at least in this universe, Gomez has Hispanic, probably Mexican heritage. I mean, they they celebrate the Dia de los Muertos. So, oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is very wintry, very iconic, very dark, very Morticia-like. And in my opinion, this is absolutely perfect for her. And I also love Catherine Zeta-Jones. I don't know, when I was very young, I wanted to be like Catherine Zeta-Jones in The Mask of Zorro, you know, because she was so freaking beautiful and she could fight with the sword, and I don't know, she was. And also her character was named like me, even I think without the H, but her name was pronounced like my name, and I was like, oh, I want to be just like her. I want to be this beautiful and this badass, and I want to be like Catherine Zeta-Jones. So I love the choice of Catherine Zeta-Jones to play Morticia in this new adaptation. Absolutely, I love it. And in my opinion, her perfect fragrance is Black Orchid by Tom Ford. Yeah, this is perfect. Now, I just realized that I was wrong when I said that we are starting talking about the original characters from the Addams Family universe, because I left in the end a new character that is just introduced in this new series, but she was very important for Wednesday's development, and she is Enid. And I really love her. I really love her character. She's so bubbly. She feels alright with herself, even if people don't want her to feel alright with herself. So I really like her character. Even she's the kind of soft feminine beauty that is still very strong, and I appreciate to see in movies. Because generally when there is a strong female character, they go into the not like other girls direction, like, oh, she's a little bit more masculine, or more towards the villainous kind of character that, I don't know, why a strong woman should be a villainess. And she's very bubbly, she's very luminous as a character, and very colorful. And I have to say, at the beginning, I thought of assigning her Perfect by Marc Jacobs because of the bottle and of the name, because towards the end she feels that she's perfect and she doesn't need to change anything about herself. And so Perfect was very fitting, and also the cap of the bottle is full of those colorful things, very chaotic things. It's a very nice light bottle, like light-hearted bottle, but I have to be honest, I don't really care about the smell of Perfect by Marc Jacobs. The only Marc Jacobs fragrance that I actually enjoy is one that is discontinued, which is Décadence. And so yeah, I just didn't want it, so I thought about another very lovely fragrance, which is LOLITALAND by Lolita Lempicka. And what is more lovely than this bottle? This is a little pumpkin with a flying deer on it, a doe, maybe. Oh yeah, it's a doe. I don't know, with a winged doe with a flower. I don't know, it's so cute. It's so freaking cute. And this is like a Bellini vanilla fragrance. It's really girly, really luminous. I wear it towards the end of summer in general because it's a little bit too heavy for me to stomach it during the full hotness of summer, but it's still a warm climate kind of fragrance. And I don't know, I think that if Wednesday is more of a winter girl, like very dark and somber, Enid is the opposite, it's like a summer girl. She's very luminous and happy and bubbly. So yeah, I thought that something like this was very fitting for her. It's also very cute. The juice is orange. And so yeah, I thought it was very appropriate. It's like a peach with with a very strong vanilla base, the kind of vanilla base that you could find in L, always by Lolita Lempicka, that now is discontinued and I own. Do you want me to do a video about discontinued perfumes and maybe what smells kind of like them so that you can substitute them? I don't know, let me know. But yeah, this is perfect for Enid in my opinion. So yeah, this is my choice. LOLITALAND by Lolita Lempicka. Finally, we have Wednesday. And obviously, she's iconic. Is she a psychopath? We don't know. Is she autistic? We don't know. We just know that we love her no matter what. And for her, at the beginning, I was thinking about something incensey that would smell like an unholy church or something like that. The problem is that I don't like incensey fragrances and I don't like the smell of churches, because when I went to church when I was little, I felt so bored all the time. And so in my opinion, it's not a nice smell, and also it makes me sneeze like crazy. I don't know. And also, I am a violinist, and I've happened to play in churches a few times, and the smell of it was just so choking for me. And so no, I don't like incensey fragrances, at least not super strong incensey fragrances, and I didn't want to assign one of those to Wednesday. So I went in another direction and I chose a designer fragrance, even if probably a niche one would have been more appropriate for the character. I was thinking about what kind of niche fragrance that I know could be nice for Wednesday, what kind of, I didn't know. And then I went with my first choice that was very instinctual and was L'Interdit Intense by Givenchy. And I know it, guys, it is really a mainstream fragrance, but I don't find it extremely mainstream. I actually don't smell it a lot in the streets. I don't know, maybe in the USA it's more common, but in Italy I just smell another fragrance, and that I will talk about in another video. And also in the UK, I've never really smelled this kind of DNA. And this is a white flower tuberose fragrance, and tuberose is a night flower. It's a flower that project more of its scent during the night, and it's very strong. Oh my god, it almost smells like poison, and this is the reason why I thought it was perfect for Wednesday. And yeah, this is really white flower forward. If you ask anyone who is not in the fragrance community what they smell when they smell this one, they would probably say that they smell flowers, like also an old lady kind of flowers, because tuberose was really used back in the day for women fragrances. But this is very, very austere in my opinion, but it still has a little bit of warmth and sweetness from the vanilla and the sesame seeds that also happen to give a lot of people some kind of allergy. So it would be absolutely fitting for Wednesday to want to give other people allergies to her in order for her to just stay, to be left alone, and also bothering other people. And also I think that in the Tim Burton series, the sweetest, a little bit of warmer side of her personality comes out a little bit, especially during the last part of this season, but also when she talks about some things that happened to her when she was younger. So I think that she still has some warmth to her, especially for her family, for Uncle Fester, for example. You can see it in the trailer. It's not a spoiler that she really smiles when she meets her uncle again. And also, you know, there are a lot of moments where you can actually witness her more softer side, even if she would actually hate to admit that there is something soft about her. But yeah, this is my choice. Also, the design of the bottle, I think it's very fitting for her character. It's this very minimalistic but black and white bottle, and she is apparently allergic to colors. And I don't know, in my opinion, this is really a Wednesday kind of bottle. So yeah, this is my last choice. And this is it. Oh no, this isn't it. I have an honorable mention. And this is not from this series. This is one of my favorite villains ever. And he is Debbie from Addams Family Values. I love John Cusack. I don't get why they don't give her more main character roles. I don't know, she's very good. And for Debbie, who is this Black Widow, and I love the character of a Black Widow. I don't know, it's so strong. And I know, I just said that I don't like when women, in order to be strong, should be the villainesses, but who cares? I love Debbie. She's iconic, even if Debbie. Pastels? For her, I thought about another fragrance that I don't own right now, which is Narcotic V by Nasomatto. And it is, I smelled it. I have to say I smelled it. It's a white flower, strong narcotic, as the name says, fragrance. It's very feminine, and she's hyper feminine in Addams Family Values, and almost like a Barbie, like the ballerina Barbie that she wanted to obtain when she was young. But she's also super evil, and white flowers, as I said, are more of a night flowers, and they have something almost dirty because they tend to be indolic. And so I think that it would be absolutely fitting for a Black Widow, a seductress that is also very evil, to wear a fragrance that is also in a very feminine pink kind of bottle that has a name that alludes to Venus. I think it was named Narcotic Venus, who is the goddess of love, seduction, pleasure, and all that jazz. And so it was so fitting for Debbie to wear Narcotic V by Nasomatto. And with that, I would say that this video ends here. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit a like, maybe share this video with your friends if you think that they could enjoy my content. Hit the notification, I cannot say this. Hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time I post a video. and maybe leave a comment down below. Tell me if you would have assigned some other fragrance to these characters. If you have some recommendations for me, let me know. And as always, goodbye!